In the past, we were very familiar with economic cycles, 4 years up, 4 years down. These days, it's all about disruption. It's all about rapid change.
It is an exciting time, that is for sure. But with the technology change, we can't forget about people.
When it comes to distressed debts, you need to get into negotiations, which will, for the foreseeable future, be a human element of the credit insurer's work. So you'll need people, on the one hand, with very strong social skills.
Welcome, we're coming to you from iCaesar's 100th in Vienna, and welcome to this C-Suite series. I'm Eleanor Hill, Treasury Editor at Treasury Payments, and I'm delighted to be joined by Andreas Tesch, who is CRO at Atradius. Welcome, Andreas, how are you doing?
I'm very fine, thanks, Eleanor.
Good, great to have you here. So for anyone who doesn't know you, just tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Sure. I'm Andreas Tesch. I'm with the industry for 25 years, plus a couple of months. I'm Chief Risk Officer at Atradius, member of the management board for the last 15 years.
Brilliant stuff, Andreas. So we've got so much to talk about today. Obviously, we're here, iCaesar's 100th. There's a lot of reflection on history, but we want to look to the future as well. So tell us what you see happening over the next 10 years. What does the industry need to do to stay relevant in that time, would you say?
I mean, first and foremost, as you said, there's a lot of history to talk about, and there's no future without history. So the industry exists for more than 100 years, and I think has proven that it can reinvent itself. Of course, AI is the big theme, and how AI is being deployed in various processes in all sorts of industries, including credit insurance. And I think it's important to know that credit insurers have deployed all different sorts of AI for numerous years in their automatic underwriting processes. So we don't start from zero as other industries, but we're pretty accustomed to use technology in improving our processes on the risk underwriting side. I think where we need to improve is when it comes to commercial processes, when it comes to central functions. That's also where we at Atradius see the biggest opportunity for improving efficiency. And I think what's important for us as an industry in general is to remain the trustworthy partner that we've been over all these years. And we went through a couple of crises and we went through some challenges where people were questioning the product. And I think that's going to be even more prominent going forward as businesses are not as static as they used to be. Changes are happening very rapidly. In the past, we were very familiar with economic cycles, 4 years up, 4 years down. These days, it's all about disruption. It's all about rapid change. And that's where we as an industry need to stay on our toes, be fast, and as I said, remain trustworthy in our judgment.
Absolutely. That is the number one. But it's keeping us all on our toes. I think there's a lot to think about, a lot to do. But one of the things coming down the line inevitably is changes in regulation. We don't always know exactly what they're going to be. What do you foresee on that front? Hopefully some simplification. But let us know your thoughts.
I'm not sure it's going to be about simplification. And again, I think it's also important to know that while it is stressful and is a burden on us as insurers, there's a lot of merit in regulation.
Yes.
Of course, we're battling with the regulators on some details, but in general, we as Atradius very much welcome a high degree of regulation because it also forces us in our own governance to stay on top of things. And going forward, I believe that regulation probably is going to be even stricter rather than being more relaxed, which again is a good thing. And it's something where we have gotten accustomed to, also in conjunction with regulating other industries, particularly the banking sector. Insurance and banking, and particularly credit insurance and banking, have gone hand in hand for a long time. And to align both regulations is, I think, going to be the theme going forward.
Yeah, exactly. That harmonization makes a huge difference. But I agree with you, regulation is a good thing. I know it's a burden, but it's actually the scaffolding that you build a trustworthy and sustainable industry on. Andreas, I want to come back to the tech point, because obviously everyone is talking about AI. Of course we are.
Sure.
But are there any other technologies that you think we need to be embracing for the future of the industry?
I think, first of all, it's not all AI, as you said yourself. It's how to embed AI in this technology shift. And another area that is of utmost importance for credit insurers is connectivity.
Yeah.
How do we make the product easier to manage? How do we make it easier for our customers to comply with policy conditions? That's been a hindrance for many, many years to penetrate credit insurance further, with integrating our systems into our clients' ERP systems. We make the product way easier to handle. We make it way easier for customers to comply with policy conditions, reporting overdues, etc. So that's going to be a key thing, how we as insurers can integrate our systems better into our clients' systems. The other big thing, and I've mentioned trust, is everything around security. How do we make sure that our systems are immune against any potential attacks, given the fact we've got a lot of sensitive data on our hands. And I think it's also important to stress that AI can only be as good as the data that feeds into it. So having a proper data management strategy is also of utmost importance. So it's all, I think, a new universe of technologies that will influence our business going forward, and has influenced our business already in the last couple of years.
It is an exciting time, that is for sure. But with the technology change, we can't forget about people.
Yep.
So what do you see in terms of the skills that we're going to need for the commercial growth, et cetera, going forward? What do we need to focus on in terms of human intelligence?
Yeah, I think it's going to be twofold. On the one hand, we will need technical experts, people that are very savvy in developing models, improving models, in deploying the technologies that we've just spoken about. But it's still very much a product that's driven by human interaction with clients, with other stakeholders, i.e. banks. When it comes to distressed debts, you need to get into negotiations, which will, for the foreseeable future, be a human element of the credit insurer's work. So you'll need people, on the one hand, with very strong social skills that are able to use AI and those technologies, and you will need those people that can make your company an AI or a technology-driven company for those people that are interacting with customers, with brokers, with reinsurers, helping them in their daily operations and in their human interactions.
Yes, still room for us, and still lots of value that we can add. Andreas, thank you so much for joining us today for this C-Suite series, and I'll have to put a diary note in for 10 years' time to come back and catch up with you and see how our predictions have turned out. So thank you.
With pleasure. Thanks, Eleanor.